Pre-recorded from nowhere near Hollywood, this is Casting with My Folks. I'm your host, Christian Larson, and joining me, as always, are my parents, Joe and Debbie Guastella. Guys, so good to talk to you.
Good evening, Chris.
So good to be here.
So this is a podcast about the ABC television show Dancing with the Stars. My wife and I started watching it last season because we were bored and there was nothing else on TV. And we knew that it was something that was a bit of a weekly tradition for my parents and my brother when it's on. And so we gave it a shot, and we, despite ourselves, really kind of enjoyed it. Now, if you guys can tell me a little bit about how you got started watching the show and why you keep watching the show, I'll start with Mom.
Okay. We actually did not watch it from the beginning. We were away, and Adam, my son, your brother, was staying with Grandma and Grandpa. When we came home, actually the night we came home, we came in to pick up Adam, and he was watching it with Grandma and Grandpa, and he just loved it. So I remember that year, Jerry Rice was on, the football player, and he was really great.
Yeah.
And so from that time on, we watched it together. It's something that we do together every week when it's on. Adam loves it. I enjoy it. Joe can speak for himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe, obviously you're not as enthusiastic about the show as much as you are about the experience of it with the family. So tell me a little bit about your thoughts on the
Sure.
show.
You know, it's a tradition in our house, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. I've seen enough melodrama and beauty queens and
Influencers.
influencers, both men and women who are too old to be on TV, still trying to dance, and the joy of victory and the agony of defeat is all there. In addition, we've gone through a number of hosts and judges along the
Yeah.
way.
Well, actually, the judges have been pretty stable, except for Len. Len,
if you can
passed
call
away.
Bruno stable,
well,
then I would pick a different adjective myself. But
That brings up an interesting subject. Let's get into sort of the constant of the show, the judges, the three big personalities kind of at the center of the show. Carrie Ann, Derek, and Bruno are the current ones. So we'll start with Carrie Ann. Joe, I know you have some feelings about her.
yeah, Carrie Ann, back in the day, she used to be a fly girl on in Living Color with the
Oh,
Wayans
wow.
brothers, and she was a good dancer. So now she's after like 34 seasons or however many seasons of Dancing with the Stars, she considers herself an expert, and she does know a lot about it. She's tough. She's the one most likely to nitpick about whether somebody has their toe pointed or your foot off the ground when they're doing what she calls a lift. And she seems to be tougher on women, especially women who might be competition for her, you know, maybe in her age bracket, maybe a little better looking than she is, but she's a tough cookie. She
Oh,
loves
boy. All right.
loves her athletes. She loves her football players. Carrie Ann is not my favorite judge.
What do you think about her, Mom?
She doesn't bother me one way or the other. I don't think she really gives wonderful pointers or criticism. She's just okay.
Yeah,
me.
I mean, I think out of the three, she's the one that I have the least opinion about one way or
Right.
the other, as opposed to someone like Derek, who, I haven't been watching the show nearly as long as you guys have, but he used to be one of the dancers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. And he won many mirror balls.
Yeah.
How many, Adam?
6.
He won six
Six mirror.
mirror balls. And he gives really good advice,
Yeah.
criticism. What he says is worthwhile.
He's kind yet fair in his assessment of the contestants. He's not mean to them. He doesn't belittle them. He doesn't make fun of them. He does encourage them, and he gives really good pointers. He's an absolutely extraordinary dancer, the best dancer that's ever been on the show. And he had to fill some big shoes because he took the place of the head judge for those first 150 years was Len Goodman. And Len was he was the darling of the show. Everybody loved him, but he was a pain in the ass because he was always the guy who you had to impress with following the rules of whatever particular dance you were doing, and most likely to give you a low score. But they loved him, and he's missed. Now they named the Mirrorball Trophy after Len Goodman. So
well, that makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
And Derek, I have to say, Alyssa and I always say we can't believe he's straight.
I'm with you on that one. Honest to God.
The way he dresses, he's a couple notches below Bruno as far as flamboyance. But
well, Bruno is,
everybody's a whole different animal.
Bruno is flaming.
Yeah,
everyone's
but I mean, Derek, as I learned last season, is married to a dancer who had like a traumatic brain injury of some sort.
Yes.
And she made a full recovery, and then they had a great dance number on the show.
Yeah.
Haley.
Yes.
She came from So You Think You Can Dance. A number of the pros who are on the show came from So You Think You Can Dance, which just highlighted dancers around the country, kind of like the dance version of American Idol. And we watched that for a number of years and enjoyed the heck out of it as well. But,
and then, of course, there's Bruno, who, he's like a cartoon character.
What can you say, my darling, about Bruno?
The way he just leaps out of his seat and,
Yeah. But he can be mean.
Yeah.
He can be mean and belittle it.
And make fun of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll make sarcastic or witty remarks and quotes that really, they're kind of hurtful, especially for people who don't know how to dance and they're trying to learn. But it's part, I guess, of the variety of the show itself. So.
And the two hosts, you've got Julianne Hough, who's Derek's sister, who also was a dancer on the show, I believe.
Very good.
Yeah, another extraordinary dancer.
Yes.
She dances a lot better than she dresses, I can tell you that.
She does have a rather interesting fashion sense.
She has a collection of what looks like to me trash bag dresses. They look like they were made out of trash bags, and they have odd shapes to them. She has this skinny body, odd shape herself, but yeah.
And we find her annoying, actually.
Yeah, she can be a little
inane questions.
What do you think? Ad's nodding his head. What do you think about Julianne? Do you like her?
I do.
Adam likes her. Yes. And
Alfonso.
The Fonz.
Yes.
Yeah, he,
He's
no Tom Bergeron.
Oh, Tom Bergeron.
We miss him. He was the greatest. The greatest. He was quick.
Yeah.
He was witty. He was just classy.
He wasn't a blowhard at all.
He was wonderful.
He was friendly. Yeah.
Wonderful.
And we really missed him. It went through a tough period after Tom Bergeron and what was
Erin.
No, not after he and Erin got knocked off the show.
Oh,
then
the model, the
Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks.
She's
a piece of work.
That was like two seasons. I
that
think.
was when Alfonso was the co-host.
Yeah,
Yes.
Alfonso came to be the co.
And Erin Andrews.
Erin, funny, witty, engaging, great co-host, and now we have Juliet and Alfonso.
Julie, whatever
her name is. We don't want to hear Julianne talk at the end. Just give us the scores and show us the dance, and we'll move on down the line.
Yeah, her post-performance questions can be a little annoying.
Yes.
So let's talk about the dancers. For people who've watched this show for a long time, the dancers, the professional dancers, are as big a part of it as the stars.
Mhm.
I've only been watching for a while, so I don't really have much of a connection with any of them. But who are some of your favorite returning professional dancers?
We both, I think I can say both of us like Gleb, right?
Gleb Savchenko.
Yes.
He's a really good male partner because he will showcase his partner. He's not overly flashy. They're extraordinary dancers, and any one of them could steal the show, the professionals. But the best ones, in my estimation, are the partners. If it's a male partner, the male partner will showcase his celebrity counterpart and make her look good. That's their function. That's what it's supposed to be. And Gleb does a very good job of that.
Mhm. Who do we like that's on now?
Well, Mark Ballas. Mark Ballas has hair down to
Yeah, he
below his knees.
Yeah, Mark Ellis. He's back.
he's back.
And he's a great dancer, and he's a great partner and choreographer as well. He's a far out there looking guy, but he's a good one to have back because he's
Yeah. He used to be on and then he left for a while.
yeah.
I think he might have been on Broadway. Adam had a favorite from a long time ago. Who was your
Let's hear
favorite?
it. Your favorite professional dancer.
Edita
Do you remember her last name?
Solinska.
Edyta Slowinska. She
Yeah.
was Polish dancer, and she was very, very good.
Very good.
Much skin on Edyta's costume. Very much skin, you would see.
So let's talk about the stars. I was saying the other day that there seem to be three kinds of stars, quote unquote, on the show. There are the big name stars who are usually older, usually don't last very long. Last season, we had Reginald VelJohnson from Die Hard,
Yeah,
and we had Eric Roberts.
Eric Roberts.
Yeah.
Those were the real, like, recognizable names.
Right.
Right.
They don't usually get very far. Sometimes they coast on goodwill, but they usually don't end up being very good dancers. Then you have the athletes, and these are people who can usually translate their athleticism, especially the gymnasts, into good dancing.
Absolutely.
And then you have the what I call professional pretty people, influencers, reality stars. You know, a lot of them go far because they have backgrounds in things like cheerleading or athletics and things like that.
Right.
And they also come with a built-in social media following, which is probably why they get invited to the show to begin with.
Yeah, half of the show is not dancing, it's your following, it's the voting.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's because you have a good story, like the rugby player, the female rugby player from last
She
season.
was good.
Yeah.
She was really
People
good.
really, you know, not only did she end up being a great dancer, but people really kind of fell for her story. They
Mhm.
they really liked her. Or like you said, they have a billion internet followers who will also vote for them on the show.
Right. I remember a few years back. What was his name? Bobby.
Baldwin?
No, he was a DJ, like a country.
Bobby Bones or something
Bobby
like that.
Bones.
Oh, yes, yes.
Bobby Bones. And he ended up
He
winning.
won. He really
He-
couldn't dance.
He couldn't dance. And there was really an uproar when he won because he couldn't dance, but he had
He had
so many
followers.
people voting for
He
him.
had He came with built-in followers, I think. Some people earn their following just by how they present themselves. You know, they may not be a good dancer, like the guy who's on now from Conan. He was the sidekick from Conan O'Brien.
Yes, Andy Richter.
Andy Richter.
Yeah, he makes a good case for himself. He's not a dancer, he admits that, but he's trying, and he's not making excuses. He's just saying, I want to be here. I want to get better, and I'm working hard. And they passed him through this week.
Last week.
Last week, he's through to this week, so we get to see him again, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I brought up Alana, who was the female rugby player who won the Mirror Ball last year. And she was someone who had never really danced before, and you could really follow her progress. And she did get better and better.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, she did.
she was a female rugby player. How many internet followers could she possibly have? But, she really captured the hearts of the viewers, and
Yeah.
That was a good one.
definitely.
Yeah.
That was a good one, and I agree with that. And I was pleased to see her win myself.
Yeah.
Let's go through the stars this season. There are so many.
Let's grab Adam over here in the middle so he can chime in.
Sure.
As well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Grab another chair.
I was doing a little research on the series, and in the first season, they only had 6 celebrities.
And the dancers have gotten better and better over the years.
So this season, there were 14 stars, and you brought up Andy Richter. Andy Richter's the first on my list. Clearly not a dancer, an older gentleman, a little overweight. He's got a lot against him physically. His dances are like with a lot of older dancers, they kind of stand in one spot while the professional
dances around them.
I did think though that Andy was doing the steps.
Yeah.
Some guys are much more stationary than he is. Do you know who his partner is at? Who Andy's partner is?
Emma Slater.
Emma.
Emma Slater.
Yeah. We like Emma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, I love Andy Richter because I am a huge Conan O'Brien fan. And he just is such a positive guy. It's impossible not to root for him.
Oh, I'm rooting.
Yeah, me too. I want to see him come back for a while longer yet.
Actually, Adam thought he should have gone home last week, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he did get pretty low scores, but
he did, but he didn't go home.
We've got 2 cast members from the show The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
What the heck is that?
Well, one thing I was thinking about as I was reading about the history of the show is that as time went on, ABC kind of created this ecosystem where they could home grow their own Dancing with the Stars contestants, because they can take people from the Bachelor series. They can take
Which
people
they do.
Yeah. They could take people from Disney Channel stuff because Disney owns ABC. And they can take people from various ABC related reality shows. And this is one of them. I don't know a damn thing about it.
But you know what's interesting, Chris, is in addition to that show, the Mormon Wives, whatever it is, many of the dancers, professional dancers on the show, including Derek and Julianne Hough, maybe Mark Ballas as well, because they danced together.
Yeah,
they went to school together. But a lot of them, Whitney Carson, Riley
Arnold.
Riley Arnold and Riley's sister, who used to be on.
Yeah.
What was it? Riley's sister, who used to be on.
Look, Lindsay Arnold.
Lindsay Arnold. They're all from Salt Lake City, all Mormons. That seems to be like the epicenter of professional dance in the United States. They're extraordinary talent.
I mean, not to mention, every single Mormon in the country is going to be voting for one of these 2 people. So
right, I don't know how many Mormons there are.
I'm not going to go through all of these people because honestly, some of them just kind of blend
you.
together. Especially the ones that are social media personalities or reality personalities or whatever.
But I have to say, the 2 Mormon girls, they can dance.
Yeah,
they can
they're
dance.
real good. One of them scored pretty high last week. I think it was Jen Affleck, no relation.
Yeah, right.
She's
but
got 3
I think
kids under 3 years old.
Yeah.
I think she's definitely going to go far.
Mhm.
Probably will.
Uh, somebody I really, really like, and I'll bet you do too, is Robert Irwin, the crocodile hunter's son.
Yeah,
He's
he
fantastic.
really is.
What do you think
I'm-
about him, Matt?
Really good.
Yeah.
I think he's my favorite contestant on the show. Him and Andy Richter are my favorites.
Yeah. And his sister won the Mirror Ball, I don't know, 5 years ago.
She was great.
Oh, did
maybe.
she? I knew she was on, but I didn't
Yeah,
know how well
she
she
won.
did.
She was
She was
absolutely
great.
great.
Bindi.
Yeah.
Bindi?
No, Bindi with a B.
And you know, Robert is like, I don't know what his background is as far as dancing, but he really hit the ground running.
Yeah.
He sure can
He's
move.
fantastic, and he's just got this super positive, charismatic attitude, much
Yeah.
like his father.
Mhm.
He reminds
And he
me a lot
looks
of
just like him.
He does.
yeah.
He's energetic, enthusiastic. In the beginning, I think that he announced to his partner. Do you know who Robert's partner is? Do you know who Robert's partner is, Chris?
Yeah, I've got it all up here. It's Whitney Carson.
Whitney. Whitney's a great dancer.
Oh, yeah.
She won the Mirror Ball with Alfonso a number of years ago. And that was one of the best combinations that ever was. Alfonso can really, really dance. And Whitney put choreography in that was out of this world. This kid he announced to her that he didn't dance, but he can do tumbling, he could do gymnastic moves, jump in the air, and he's got all the dance steps
He really
down.
does.
So
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean-
I think he might win the whole thing, but we'll see.
Danielle Fishel, who was from Boy Meets World.
Yeah, I don't know, but she's like middle of the road.
Yeah. Dancing
know.
with Pasha Pashkov.
Pasha,
Yeah, I like Pasha.
Is there anybody else who really kind of jumped out at you?
Well, negatively, you want to hear that? Huh?
Well, I mean, there's Corey Feldman, who
well,
I was really rooting for because as a kid of the 80s, I grew up with Corey Feldman. I read a report that he was not showing up to rehearsals in the weeks coming up to the show. So that might have something to do with it. But yeah,
yeah.
he was not great and was eliminated pretty quickly.
When I first saw him on the show, I said, "Oh my God, he's got to get a phone call from Guy Fieri. Tell him, dude, lose the haircut."
You're making me look bad.
And I wanted him off the show. But after this last week, I changed my mind about him, and I was glad that he didn't go home. Did he go home?
He did.
Oh, they went home.
Yeah.
Well,
He went home, and the basketball player went home.
yeah. Some of the basketball players don't.
No, the football players can dance usually, but somewhat.
Yeah.
Basketball, though, no.
Yeah,
Not as
there was
rule.
I think a running back last season who went pretty far.
Mhm.
And there was a big, tall NBA guy who was like 7 feet tall,
Yeah,
and they paired him with the shortest dancer.
yeah,
Daniela.
Daniela. Yeah,
And they were, they weren't the best, but he was very positive. They had a great,
Yeah.
partnership. They had some very unique choreography considering their height difference.
right.
Well, she did. Daniela did, I think, an extraordinary job of making choreography that could actually work for them because she's so much shorter than he is.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
she could barely reach, when she reaches her arms up as high as she can reach, they're maybe mid chest level for the guy. So
yeah,
It's kinda
that was
challenging.
tough. That
they did a
was
good
tough.
job together.
I don't care for Hilaria.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
She is just hilarious.
She is just. She can dance. She can
Yeah,
dance.
unfortunately, she can dance really well.
But she. Am I allowed to say things like this on here? Who I
Well,
don't
if you
like?
can't, I can always edit it out.
Okay, she's just full of herself and so affected.
You
Yeah.
could say that.
Okay.
Yeah, she's lucky. She's a really good dancer, which means that she's probably going to be around for a while. and she's got a great partner. So that could be something to look out for in the future. But she's an annoying
Yeah,
personality.
she
as
is
far as I'm concerned.
annoying.
There was another woman who a big part of her backstory is that she's older and has had kids. Was that one of the Mormon wives?
Oh, she was in well, the one that Christian
Oh,
said.
Elaine Hendricks,
She
Catherine
was
Elaine
Yeah,
Hendricks.
yeah.
She was in
Jimmy's granddaughter.
Dynasty. She was in the remake of The Parent Trap. She's,
right,
kind of a
right.
C-list actress. But I
Yes,
think she's like in her late 40s or something like that.
yes, the blonde.
Yeah.
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 I
So,
mean, she's middle of the road too.
yeah.
But there's a lot of good ones.
There's one girl who was a member of a girl group called Fifth Harmony. She's pretty good. Lauren George, I forget. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but
Yeah, there are not a lot of them that are standing out to me, but they're there. At
yeah.
least for
I
now,
mean,
they are there.
it's sort of like talking about the baseball season at the beginning of the season. There's just so many unknowns
Long way to
and so
go.
many participants that it's really hard to kind of break things down from the big picture point of view.
Yeah. Yeah, we shall
Um,
see. We do have a ways to go, that's for sure.
we do indeed.
It was only
All
a
right.
double elimination last week, after all.
Yeah, double
Yeah.
elimination.
Well,
Right.
that only
Yeah.
brings us down to what, 12? Let's wrap things up by talking about our predictions. Who do you think is going to go all the way? Who do you think are some of the people we're going to see 12 weeks from now?
Well, I think I already said. I
You
think
said
Robert.
Yeah. Do you have any favorites yet, Ad, that you really like to see dance, to continue dancing on the show?
I think Dylan Efron, who was Zach Efron's brother.
Oh,
Oh,
how do
we
you like
forgot
that?
about him.
That's right. Yeah. You think he's really good?
Yeah, I think he's really good.
Pretty cool.
That's who Adam likes.
It's very possible that Robert, whatever is Irvin,
Irwin.
he could
Yes.
be around there at the end. But that Jen Affleck and Hilaria, I think that they're going to be around there till the end,
Yeah.
unless Hilaria has a nervous breakdown
Yeah.
and has to be
She
carried
has
off.
7 kids. She has
Yeah.
7 kids.
Yeah, well, I'm
Well,
sure
she's
she,
Alec Baldwin's wife. I'm sure she has some help.
I'm sure
Well,
she has
yeah.
plenty of help.
Yeah.
Right?
And actually, as much as I enjoy Andy Richter, I don't think that he's going to make it too much longer.
Yeah,
No.
probably not.
You know,
Yeah, I mean it would take a lot of audience goodwill to get past his limited dancing skills, and I just don't think he's no internet personality anymore.
no.
And he's been a target of Bruno already. Bruno has made a few remarks about him, and I think that comes into play with the way that viewers will vote, depending upon what the judges say about someone. It can influence them. It most certainly can influence them.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
we'll see what happens there down the road.
But I think he's probably, unless he has a big fan base somewhere.
Yeah, and I think his fan base is not the Dancing with the Stars crowd.
No.
Unfortunately, I'll tell you what, I think my favorite thing about the show is seeing them right after they're done dancing, especially the people who aren't big dancers or athletes or something like that, because you have to think these people spent a week learning a routine that they've never done before, a dance they've probably never done before in their lives, and they just did it in front of a bajillion people.
Right.
And the relief and the happiness, especially obviously when they get good scores, but just
Yes.
it's a silly show, but you really can't take that away from it. These people are really doing this stuff.
And the judges usually early on in the season, when they start with their scores, they usually give low scores, and then they incrementally, the high scores get higher week after week until somebody breaks through with a 10. And if there's a football player with a flashy smile, then Carrie Ann will give him a 10.
So, Adam, we've already heard your favorite. Are there any other stars or dancers that you like this season?
Riley Arnold.
She's a professional.
She's the professional.
Yes.
She's Adam's favorite professional, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Is she Dylan's partner?
No, she's the partner of Scott Hoying, who's a singer. He has long hair.
Adam reserves his right to choose.
Yeah. So
And
he's sticking with one.
He's very selective,
Uh-huh.
but he's also very, very enthusiastic about the show.
Now, has Adam correctly picked people who went far in the past?
Probably the host of the show. What's his name?
Alfonso?
Alfonso. I think you picked him when he was on. Yeah.
Well, again, it's a little early to be making accurate predictions, but good thoughts all around. Thank you to Debbie, Joe, and Adam for joining me for this first episode of Casting with My Folks.
You're
Well-
quite welcome.
And thank you for asking us.
Yeah, it's fun.
Awesome. All right, guys, we will see you next week. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Okay.
You're welcome, bro.
All right.
Okay. Good night. Good night, honey.
Night.
All righty.